The tariffs are here. What investors need to know. The White House just announced a massive slate of tariffs on essentially every country. As we mentioned last time, markets have been oscillating, waiting on tariffs to determine the next step. Well, it got it. After hours, futures absolutely tanked on the news. Markets had been rallying on hopes tariffs wouldn't be so bad, but we essentially got the doomsday scenario plus more. So what was announced? First, the White House went through with a universal tariff of 10%. This minimum baseline tariff is levied on every country, regardless of their trade surplus or deficit with the US. Second, the US is tacking on additional reciprocal tariffs based on their perceived tariff on the US. It's important to note each country's basis includes more than just tariffs, but estimates for currency manipulation and trade barrier impact as well. Now, those numbers could likely be disputed, but not something we're getting into here. So the tariff for each country is half that perceived impact with a minimum baseline. For example, the EU's basis is 39%, so the tariff is 20%. That's 10% for the baseline plus 10% additional. Meanwhile, the UK's is 10%, so the tariff is 10%. Half would just be 5%, but again, the minimum is 10%. Third, Canada and Mexico appear to be excluded from these tariffs, but still have their 25% still going into effect anyways. While China is not excluded, the additional 34% reciprocal tariff adds to the existing 20% from before. This jacks up China's tariff to 54%. So now what? Well, this was announced late afternoon and after markets closed for obvious reasons. We see a trade war retaliation next. Multiple countries, including China, the EU, Japan, and Mexico, have already said they will respond to additional tariffs. We expect retaliation announcements to start coming in Thursday and Friday. It's no surprise the US tariffs were announced today, and other countries will likely have been planning for scenarios. Regardless, global markets are likely in for a bloodbath tomorrow. We see more turbulence solidly putting markets into correction territory, and could see the US continue to deteriorate into a recession. Recession odds have been around 40% recently, but we expect those to increase tomorrow.